Oh, it's live. What's up, y'all? It's your boy Ceeezzy. I'm here with
Cynthia.
Cindy, bruh.
No, not anymore.
Oh,
That's
you changed it?
It's been changed.
Okay, my bad.
That was literally like 5 years ago.
Okay, this is starting off great. Ceeezzy getting in trouble. So I know you guys want to know about relationships and how to handle it.
I feel like this is more like a experience type of video because obviously like we're still young and we don't know everything. So I feel like I'm gonna share my experience, and it's not just like romantically but like overall, just like friends, family, stuff like that.
Okay.
And what about you?
Well, I could do both. I'll do friendships and relationships because I know y'all want to know about that stuff, so that's what we're gonna do because I got the expert right here.
And like we do this like every time we hang out. Like we always just talk about like our relationships and like what we're going through. Like
no, we
school.
don't. I don't care about my relationships and friendships.
He's lying. Anyways, we always just talk about like stuff like that. So we just press record this time.
So I guess what you're saying is like you're like my counselor?
No, I feel like we're both each other's like counselors.
True.
Like we just talk.
Peep these garlic noodles though.
No, this shit is so fucking good. Look, I already started eating because he took hecka long to start recording, but this is so good.
Oh my goodness. Peep my plate though. Look, peep this.
He has no veggies, but I do.
Steak and potatoes and some garlic noodles can't go wrong.
No,
you
this
can't
is so
go
good.
wrong.
But yeah, we're just gonna talk while we eat too. But I'm starving.
A little mukbang for you guys. Hope you like it. If you do, drop a like, comment. Don't be a hater.
So, do you want to go first?
No, ladies first.
Fuck. Okay. I don't know. I guess I'll just start by. I'll start with our relationship, me and you. Okay. So me and him, we're cousins. We're related. His mom is my dad's sister. And we've just been cool, I feel like, since we were little. And I feel like he's like the only cousin I talk to now. Like all my other cousins I just don't talk to. Like I just don't have time. Cause it's like we both put in the effort with each other. And I feel like that's like one of the most important things is like you have to put effort if you want to keep relationships with people. And it's not just like romantically, but it's like with everybody like in your life. And so, I feel like
for me, sorry to interrupt, but Cynthia is my OG. My OG. Like she didn't mention this right now, but it all started when we went to Mexico and we would have fireworks on deck. Like
stay tuned because we're probably gonna go to Mexico this year.
Yes.
And we're gonna vlog.
Yes.
And we're gonna have hella fun, bro. That's just gonna be so fun.
So that's where it all started because we would go in the street and we just light them boys up and they just start all in the night. Just hours and hours and hours of that. And we would just run and we'd be like hood rat little kids being together.
For real, bro. Like we would be on motos and shit, like motorcycles. Yeah. And like I would just like, he would like pull up and like I would get on it and like we would just go around like saying hi to people and shit on the street. That's hella funny.
Yeah, but that's how it all started. And then obviously you can't just do that and then just expect it to be like perfectly fine relationship. Like you have to kind of be there for each other. And yes, we're cousins, but sometimes most cousins aren't even close because they don't keep in touch. So you can't like expect there to be a perfect relationship.
Yeah.
Like there will be times where I text Cynthia like just randomly.
Oh my god, I already know what you're gonna say, bro.
Go ahead, say it. Let's see if you're right. Let's see if you're right.
That I don't text back.
No, that's actually not what I was gonna say. I was gonna be like, there's times where I think like, damn, me and Cynthia are like so cool. That's like crazy. And then I'll just be like,
I thought he was gonna talk shit.
No, bruh. Damn.
Cause you always talk shit. No, cause he always talks shit. I'm busy, okay?
That is very true. And no, cause Cynthia will do this. Hey, Cynthia, when you trying to hang out? Oh, I'm busy.
Fuck you.
You ain't busy for 24 hours in the day.
Honestly, I need a rest. Look, guys, I'm in college. I'm a full-time student and I work full-time. Mind you, I have other friends too that I have to still keep that effort with.
Not cool as me, but
yes, I do the equally like with everybody. I promise you. I promise.
But we're OGs.
No, I know we are. That's why I still make time for you. There's a lot of people I don't make time for anymore because they just they don't benefit my life. And I feel like that's important. Like, you don't want to just have people that aren't going to give you anything in life. Like, I know that sounds like hella selfish and like you're using people, but it's like, why do you want people that you're just going to like, yeah, party with, but like, if you had a problem, like, you couldn't go to them. Like, why do you need people like that in your life? I feel like it's a waste. So, everybody in my life, I can go to with a problem.
With Cynthia, though, that I was going to say, there's times where I think, like, Cynthia and me are so cool, and then I'll just, like, randomly text her, like, bruh, you're the best, or like, I love you, or something like that, just to let her know that, like, you know, she's important to me, or just like, she has value to give to somebody else, just in case she's having a bad day or whatever. Yeah. And I feel like a lot of you need to do that because somebody always needs to hear that. Like, it's so appreciated, like, the fact that you can say that to somebody and then, like, it'll change their day. Like, oh, Ceeezzy was thinking about me, or Cynthia was thinking about me, or she cares about my problem.
Things. Yeah, because it's like, you don't want to just have somebody that you feel like doesn't really care about you or appreciate you. And I feel like for me especially, it's like literally the smallest things. Like, the smallest things like make me so happy. Like
what? Give them an example.
Like, let's say, like, just like what he just said. Like, if he were to text me, be like, oh, just like any text, like saying that, like, oh, like thinking about you, like, oh, I miss you, like, I appreciate you, any little thing like that anybody does, it just shows that you like are putting that effort. And obviously I don't need it all the time, but it's like if I don't see you for a long time and like we're really cool, little things like that will like mean a lot to me.
So that's why when I don't see her for a while, obviously that's when I do it, because I'm like, maybe she's still busy, there's things going on. And, you know, just drop in at least like that. If you can't see each other in person, then that's gonna mean a lot.
Yeah.
Relationships, as in romantic advice for that.
I think this is one of me and Caesar's favorite topics to talk about, because I swear to you, me and him are really different, like, in a lot of ways. But I feel like when it comes to this, we can kind of agree, like,
oh yeah, what's
right and what's wrong, you know?
Except like, one time. Except
for one time, but that we're not gonna talk about that because we handled our differences. Okay.
I still think she's wrong, but okay. No, okay,
whatever. Anyways, or like, because I feel like I know a lot. Let's see. I feel like I know a lot.
Should you play games when you first meet somebody, or should you keep it real with them?
Honestly, I don't know.
Because if you have to play games, does that mean they're the one? Because you would want it to be something where, obviously I know that, like, for me, we've talked about it, that somewhat you kind of do have to play games.
I mean, kind of.
Because if you're so honest, then they
could take advantage of you.
Well, they're just gonna know, like, oh, this is what it is, and, you know, like, there's no chase, basically. And girls love to chase.
Not true. Not true. We've talked about this before.
What?
No, that's
not, so if you say, okay, so if you tell a girl, I love you, there's no chase. There's no chase. That's what I mean. If you don't make her think like, oh, does he like me? Does he not like me? Have you ever seen that? Like,
I hate that. Like,
yeah, you hate it, but you also love it.
No, I
remember
don't.
That Drake quote that
really
says,
fucking don't. I promise. It's just annoying, like, I don't know, maybe some other like girls that are childish.
Because they're like not you, okay? Yeah. You're on this level, and then some girls are just here, so that's why it works.
Well, I'm not above anybody, but I just feel like I think differently.
Subtle.
I don't know. I just feel like I think differently about that stuff. Like, I wouldn't want somebody playing games with me. Like, I have shit I have to do. Like, I have my own life. I'm in college. I have work. I have family. I have friends. Like, I don't have time for somebody to just keep playing with me. Like, I just will literally just not talk to you. Like, I don't give a fuck. Like, I really don't. I don't have time. Like, if you want to be with me, you better like voice your opinion, because Especially me, like, because I feel like I do not catch on. I don't catch on when somebody likes me. I just don't catch on. Like, I'm just like,
it's like, oh, you like me?
Yeah, I'm just like, oh shit. Like, I wouldn't want somebody to play with me. Like, I just think that's so stupid, because I wouldn't play with anybody. If I like somebody, I will tell them. I've always been that person.
Like, you'll straight up tell them?
Yeah, like, if it's appropriate, obviously. Like, if I feel like they're not really into me, then I'll just kind of like get over it. But it's like, if I feel like
oh, and trust me, she can get over it.
Yeah.
She's not those girls that just kind of like, oh, I don't care about him, and then like 2 seconds later we'll text him and be like, oh, he hasn't texted back. He hasn't texted back. Like,
I do not give a fuck. Like I said,
that's why me and her.
Yeah, that's what we're like, because I just don't care. Like,
we just let it roll off. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. It's like there's obviously other opportunities and chances and other people. So it's
like that doesn't mean I don't care about my relationships, because I do, and I feel like sometimes I care too much about like people, but it's just like once somebody shows you their true colors, I feel like it's just like, do what you want. Okay, so the difference between me and Ceeezzy currently is he's single 1000%. I am not. I'm with somebody.
Boo. No. For all the guys watching.
No.
Boo.
Shut up, dude. Well, I guess we can both say like our perspectives, because I mean, that's good. You're single, I'm not, so we both have like 2 different perspectives right now. This is like my first like serious like relationship. Like he's like around my family, like he met my family, like, you know, like
I still haven't met him, by the way.
That's because you don't come around.
Because you never have time for me. What are you talking about?
And then I don't know, like,
shots fired, shots fired.
Well then no, also because I don't go to any of the parties anymore. I don't go to many family parties anymore.
So see, so now she's like trying to say that it's like on me, but it's like, no, it's not really on her.
It's not. It's just the stars haven't aligned yet for you guys to meet.
Oh, great.
Well, they've met over FaceTime. You met him over FaceTime.
But that was when I was with, what's her name?
No, but that doesn't matter, you still met him.
So my last relationship, Cynthia put me on, but that just didn't work out. And basically what I learned from that is do not take your little cousin's advice.
Shut the shut up, bro. You talk too much shit.
That's what I'm supposed to do. What if I did?
I try to do him a favor, okay?
Okay, see, I'm like the loudness to Cynthia's like calmness and like what's the word for it? Like, just
I'm more mellow.
Mellow, yeah. Like she has like the mellow vibe and I'm like the more crazy, so it's kind of like counteracts.
I feel like that's why we argue, because it's like he's so irritating sometimes.
But it's not like argue like where I'm like,
yeah, like when we stop talking, it's like,
yeah, it's
like healthy arguing.
It's just like, see, bruh, you're tripping. Like, you know, she just knows I'm doing the most. But sometimes I do it just to like make her mad, because it's just like,
because you think because it's so funny.
I'm funny. Like let's be real, I'm funny. Okay.
Okay, now we're really gonna talk, because we're done eating.
Here we go. Spill the tea.
I feel like in order for you to actually like move forward with somebody, it has to be the same. Like, you can't be the only one that wants to make it work, basically. Like, you can't.
Very, very true.
Yeah, like you can't just be always the one like apologizing or like
trying to make it work.
Yeah, trying to fix it. Yeah, because if it's not mutual, you're wasting your time, period. Like, trust me, you're not gonna, like, it's not gonna get anywhere, trust me. Like,
no matter how much you beg.
And that too, like, you don't want to be begging for somebody. Like, that's nasty. Like, you don't want to have that. Like, that's so unhealthy and that's so gross. Like,
but I'm gonna do a little side note to that. I understand for us guys, there are reasons we do what we do. We do the most for certain things.
So you guys do the most for
we do the most for, like, us guys know what we're talking about, and I feel like girls kind of know, but like,
what do you mean though? Like, what do you mean do the most?
Like, we'll literally lie,
whatever,
say, like, act a certain way when we're not that way, just because we know that this girl likes us a certain way, or likes this or likes that. Like, there are guys I know that will literally go and buy a car because girls like nice cars. And
that's
it's like
so nasty.
Like why?
That's so gross.
And then they get broken up with, and then now they have a car with like payments they can't afford because it's like, I want to show off for her and like show her I got this. Like, you live that life, but you don't live that life. So it's like, bro, just be true to you. And if she likes you, then cool. If she don't,
you
cool.
shouldn't have to be somebody or not to get somebody that like you want, or like want somebody to like you, because then it's not the real you. So then like once you show who you really are, like through the years that you guys are together, and she's kind of like, what the heck, like you weren't like this in the beginning, that's because it's not who you really are, so it's not gonna work.
And you also have to understand what they like and they don't like.
Yes,
that's very important.
Yes,
if you do, like for me personally, I've done things where, because I'm the type to not care about something. Like, obviously you care, but it doesn't make you to the point where you get mad about something. And that's what I mean when like I don't care. It's to the point where it'll make me mad. Like, I care to a certain extent, but it doesn't like ruin my day or make me upset. Like, I just don't have that energy to
worry about
put
it
towards like negative things. So that's why you have to understand, if your partner doesn't like something, then make sure you don't do that.
Yeah.
Like, as long as
if it's realistic,
yeah, if it follows what you
because
like
some
to do.
people, they're so like, okay, see, another thing is people get into relationships knowing that they need to work on themselves. So then they get into a relationship and then they try to control their partner, they try to change their partner, when it's like, you really do need to love yourself and like know who you are and like know what you want in order to be with somebody, if you want it to work. But
don't ever try to change somebody, because you can't change somebody. You can't. Like, when they change is when they change.
Yeah,
it's not going to change because you make them change. That's not going to happen.
Yeah.
So
they have to
understand
want
that.
to.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's kind of like, if you are thinking about being with somebody and you see some things that they're doing that you don't like, I would consider like going over and seeing if it's gonna be worth it for you, because you can't change who they are.
Yeah, like talk about it if you want with them and say, hey, I don't like this and this that you're doing or whatever. You know, be transparent in what like your guys' relationship is.
Communicate what you feel.
Yeah, and then if it's a problem, then let that be a problem and let that be the reason it's over, because at
you
the end
don't
want to
make it
because you don't want to accept the problem just because you want it to keep going.
Yeah, because there's so many people, like, trust me, there's people that will literally like do anything to like make it work and like be healthy and like not try to change you.
And that's the person you want in a relationship with you. It's
for sure.
It's the person that's willing to do whatever they can to make you happy, and then vice versa, like back and forth.
And I hate the double standard that there is like with guys and girls, like, because I feel like there's a double standard when it comes to that, because I feel like it's like kind of the guy's job to like buy the girl stuff and like do all this shit.
Yeah, like buy me something, buy me some shoes.
And I never like that. Like, I hate that. Like, I love spoiling my man.
Oh, so a question then. What? Quick question. So, what do you think about the guy paying on the first date?
It depends how well I know you. Like, I mean, if we like had been talking like in person for a while and they're like, oh, like we should go on a date, like, I don't know, like, I feel like me personally, I wouldn't want him to pay, because I'm not comfortable.
So would you say like split it?
Yeah, I don't see anything wrong with that. Like, I feel like, I mean, some girls would say like, oh, well, he invited me, so he should pay, but I mean,
okay, now what do you think about like the people that say guys should always pay? That's
nasty. Like, you're gross. Like, I don't care. That's like, you're broke. Like, like, you shouldn't be going out if you don't have your own money to pay. Like, when your friends invite you out, do you expect them to pay for you? No. So it's like, why would you expect a guy to do that? Like,
very good point.
Like, I don't see the problem in like just paying like half and half. Like, it's not a big deal. Like, if the guy really wants to, I just like won't even like argue about it. I'm just like, okay, but like, I rather pay for my own meal. Like, I just rather, because I don't want to, because then sometimes, like, this is like not all guys, but some guys, like, they expect something out of you, and like, that's never happened to me, but like, I know some of my friends, like, they go out with a guy and like they pay for their meal and like they take them out and they kind of like expect some stuff out of you. I'm not gonna say what, but like, they expect some stuff, and I feel like I don't like that. Like, I wouldn't go out with somebody like that.
My guy.
Shut up. Yeah, I think like 50-50 is definitely like a huge thing too, if you believe in that. I mean
it should be 50-50, but for me it's more like the girls do more and then I'm just chilling.
Shut up. I think I have a pretty clear head when it comes to stuff like that. Like I know what I want, and I know like what I will and like will not deal with. And I feel like a lot of people really need to like do that, because I have so many friends that just like don't know. Like they don't know. Like they're kind of just like,
they're like lost puppies.
Yeah, and like I was like that too, so I don't blame them. But you know, you kind of have to take the time for yourself before you're gonna be with somebody to really understand what you want, because you don't want to waste anybody's time, and you don't want to waste your own time, period.
The other side note to this is there are times when you can feel ready for a relationship but somebody else isn't ready, and it's almost like you can't hate them. Ooh,
bitch.
Someone just hit a button.
No,
just hit the button right there.
No, because like, oh,
look,
like,
because you can be ready, right? Say I'm ready for a relationship, and then the girl I'm talking to isn't ready. Like she's just not in that like stage of her life where she's ready for a relationship. If you try to force her to be ready for a relationship, she could be the right girl. It's just not the right time.
Yeah.
But
then also you have to remember, if it's not the right time, then it's not the right person. Because I mean, you have to, I mean, think about it. Because it's like,
well, now we're talking about like stars aligning and like moons aligning.
No, it's not even, it doesn't need to be about all that. But it's like, if you feel like that, like, oh my god, he's the right person, but it's not the right time, it's like, obviously he's not the right person. Because it's like, if it's the right person, the time will match up too. Like, it's, you know what I mean? I feel like people just kind of want to make that excuse to like yeah, if like you guys end up being together in another time, then that's great. But it's like, you can't really blame the time for like something not working out. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't know.
Yeah, 'cause that's like a big thing I've noticed is like there could be times where a girl will just like say, I'm not ready, and for a guy it's like, what do you mean you're not ready?
I feel like it's the opposite though. I feel like more girls are ready than guys. Because girls,
for my personal experience, they are not ready. They don't have their life together. I guess I'm just going with the girls that just had like a bad childhood. And for me now, I've noticed like if they have stuff from the past that they cannot let go, like that's a red flag now. That like love and care.
And another thing, bringing that up, they do not appreciate shit. Like, oh my god, like this has happened to me. Okay, I'll admit it. This has happened to me literally so many times, and that's my fault. I don't blame anything on anybody, but it's like I've had friends and like people in my life where it's like I've supported them through a lot of things, and they just I don't know if it's them or it was how I did it, but it's like people just don't appreciate you.
Name drop.
No, I'm not gonna name drop. Because it's not just one person, it's multiple people that have done this. Like when you support somebody but then they don't appreciate you, or they start treating you a certain way, like because they kind of just take advantage of it. It's like that's when you really need to realize, like, you know what, this person isn't putting the same effort. Why am I doing it too? Like, why am I doing that for them when they're not going to give me the same? Like, he told me that like girls like when guys are like bitches to them, and I can honestly agree with that. Like, I've seen girls that like love when guys are like that to them, like
just they straight up assholes.
They like gain from it. Like it's kind of like an addiction. Like they they get so like involved in like that type of thing that it's like it becomes a cycle. But like I just like
for her, if you were to do that to her,
like I just
instant cut.
Yeah,
you're cut.
Oh my god, it's just like it just makes me so irritated.
It makes her mad because she knows it works, and it's like, why do girls fall for that? We don't know, but it works. It definitely does. Because
yeah, because like for me, like, okay, I'm gonna like talk about my relationship. I started to like him because he's the sweetest person ever. Like, he's so sweet. Like stop it. No, like dead ass. Like I always tell him, I'm like, if you were an asshole, I would have not have talked to you. Like, because he's the sweetest person like I've ever met. Fuck you, okay? I'm not gonna talk no more.
Oh, so what?
How like guys are douchebags to girls because it's like they think it's like cute.
But then, okay, oh my gosh, I have a recent experience, right? There's this girl that just is like, you're such an asshole, and it's like yeah, I'm such an asshole, but like I'm not really like that. It's just like
He
you
just
love
does
it.
it, yeah.
You love it. But like obviously a girl's not gonna admit it. Like, oh yeah, I like a guy that's like an asshole but can be sweet. That's why like people like Sour Patch Kids, because they're sweet and sour.
Okay. Wow. Good
You like
example.
that? You like that? Oh.
Okay, whatever. Yeah.
Get deep on the first date. Ask the things that you obviously want to know. Don't just say stuff like just random shit. Like,
If you feel comfortable though. If you don't feel comfortable, then I mean that's personal thing, but that's worked for me. Like
the connection is more likely to be stronger if you get deep, because then it's like you're invested more of like,
and you get more comfortable really quickly. Like it's really easy for you to talk to a person that when you've already like had that type of conversation.
Yeah, and then you're more likely to, you know.
Shut the fuck.
You agree?
I didn't know what you were talking about.
Oh my gosh, she had no idea what she agreed to, and she was just like, yes. And she instantly went, no.
You really get to know somebody, you get comfortable with somebody, and like you just overall like you don't have those typical boring like forced ass conversations like, oh, like
boring ass date.
Yeah, like that's so dry.
If you guys are still watching, man, I fuck with y'all. Thank you.
Yeah, bro.
Hope you learned something from it. Let me know. And make sure you share it. Maybe some girlfriend or boyfriend that you're talking to needs to see this. Share it with them.
Yeah.
Let them know. Let them know how you really feel.
Yeah.
So if you guys want to see another video, let me know. And we'll do another one for sure. And yeah.
If there's any videos you guys want him to do or like us to do, just let him know.
Drop it in the comments below.
I'm down for anything. Unless it's like
She's
something
so
really...
down, bro. This is why like we're just...
Yeah, we really be down.
Because we be down.
Yeah.
Like it's not even funny like how down we are. Like
yeah, and then dude, no, for real, bro. Like stay tuned for Mexico 2019.
That's gonna be lit. Like,
yeah.
I promise you.
It's hella far from now, but
yeah, like
we're damn near gonna go
just
to the end
know
of the year.
when that time comes,
it's over.
Like
over.
Oh my gosh.
We're about to have hella fun.
So much fun. And y'all gonna be a part of it.
Because he went this year without me.
You didn't go with me.
Because you didn't invite me.
Yes, I did.
No, you didn't.
Dude, the recoditos were bomb, though. And la arrolladora, oh my gosh.
I hate him. I'm so pissed that he went and I didn't go. I'm hella mad.
No, it was so lit, though. Like,
I had school.
But the thing is, when I take Cynthia to Mexico,
no,
like when we go, I got like, no, like they'll be like, no, back up, back up. Like you cannot, no.
Yeah.
My cousin, back up, back up.
It's gonna be fun. Hope you guys enjoyed the video.
And that's it. It's been your boy Ceeezzy. It's been your
Cynthia.
And we out.